Alright, those of you who don't know what the Battle of Little Bighorn is, you're fucking idiots. I'm going to talk about Bighorn County. This is a Native American hotspot for missing people. We've had quite a few cases in the last few years, over 100 people in the last 10 years who disappeared, specifically from Hardin area, from the Hardin, Montana area, just north of the Crow Reservation, and actually on the Crow Reservation. I've been there personally. I've seen the reservation. It's not pretty. They took the crappiest land in Montana and gave it to these people. Bighorn County. Selena, Shelly, Faye, not afraid, has been missing for a few days now. She had a twin sister, Zoe Not Afraid, who committed suicide in 2014. She was 11 years old. Selena Shelly Faye Not Afraid is 16 years old. She's missing from a truck stop outside of Hardin, Montana. She was on her way from Billings to Hardin. This is not the first person who has disappeared in transit from that area. Frida Nose's gun disappeared in 2016 while in transit from Washington State to her home in Hardin, Montana for her aunt's funeral. There's another young woman, Sarah Stops Pretty Places. She was just 18 years old. She was found dead August 27th of last year. We've also got Henny Scott, 14 years old. She was missing from the Cheyenne Reservation. She was going to Hardin, Montana on December 3rd, I believe, is when she was... I don't know if that's when she was found dead or when she went missing. That's the thing, is that we're not talking about pretty white girls here. Now, although these young women were pretty, and that might have something to do with the reason that predators chose to take them and harm them, the fact is that they're brown-skinned, so nobody gives a shit. Or if you guys want to be politically incorrect and racist assholes, they're red people. That's fucked up. They're still human beings, you pieces of shit. Now, the I-90 route isn't the only route that these women are missing from. One of the common ways of murdering people out there is called exposure. This is where they drive them out in the middle of nowhere without a jacket, without blankets, out to farm country, west of town, and they drop them off during a snowstorm, and they fucking freeze to death. We need to see these people, as human beings, alright? This shit is horse shit. While I was there, I got to hear about, I believe, 15 to 20 different missing people just between the 10 or so Native Americans that I was speaking with while I was in Hardin, Montana the first time. Nearly all of them told me about numerous family members who are still missing. Now, there's a chance that they might not be dead. There's also a much better chance that they are dead and their bodies have not been found yet. Yeah, I'm using my white privilege here. Maybe because I'm a white person you might listen. Maybe from the notoriety and the hatred of me, those of you who hate me will at least see this shit and do something about it. Get the word out. Bighorn County. In August, they finally started to put together a task force about all of these missing women. They should have done this decades ago. Over 100 missing people in 10 years. For me, I've had over 300 of my loved ones die in 10 years. They're dead. I know what these people are going through. Hardin, Montana is not Boulder, Colorado. It's not. There are not 200,000 people in Hardin, Montana. Hardin, Montana is about the size of Chapel, fucking Nebraska. Something needs to be done. This is a highly impoverished area. That's why nobody cares. It's like when black kids go missing from the ghettos. when they're missing from the projects in Chicago and Harlem. We don't hear about them because they're not pretty white girls. Get off your asses, you pieces of shit. Stop telling me about what you're fighting for and actually fight for something that matters. Fight for these young women. These things should not be happening. It's bad enough that most of them come from broken homes, much like many of the rest of us. It's bad enough. But you looking the other way is fucking disgusting. Frida Nose's gun was 37. Henny Scott was 14. Sarah Stops Pretty Places was 18. Selena Shelly Faye Not Afraid is 16. Selena is still missing. Help find her. If you live in Buffalo, Wyoming, you're close enough to go searching. If you're in Billings, Montana, you are close enough to go searching. Get off your ass! When Natalie Bollinger went missing, people wanted to argue on fucking Facebook. Her family wanted to talk shit on Facebook. My friends wanted to argue on Facebook. They should have been out looking for Natalie. They could have found her before Joseph Lopez shot her in the head. But unlike Natalie, these are not white girls. They're not from a major area with major news coverage. They didn't have the benefit of the hatred towards me to bring this to light. So I'm using the hatred towards me to bring this to light. I don't care if you hate me, go find these girls.